welcome to the stage, Matt Dundas!
Oh my God. It's a privilege and a pleasure to be here. I am realizing a dream here tonight. Thank you so much. I've always wanted to record a stand-up comedy album in Auburn, Maine. So thank you very much. This is my dream, and I really appreciate you all for being here. Confession, I've been doing this club for years. I always thought this was Lewiston. I apologize. I didn't know. It's like 300 feet that way, isn't it? I am so sorry. Auburn is really nice and special, and you guys are great. And thank you so much. My name is Matt. It's great to be here. I'm not a Mainer. That okay? All right. I tried to call myself a Mainer when I first moved here. That didn't go well. So you're either a Mainer or you're from away. Is that it? Is that the idea? Okay. How hospitable. Thank you. Moved here, bought a house, then I find out, no, you're not welcome. That's okay. That's all right. That's okay. That's okay. That's cool. You're either from Maine or you're from away. All right. Well, my kids were 1 and 4, so are they Mainers? Notably mixed reaction. Do you realize? Half the room thinks my kids should have no sense of place for their lives. That's okay. I get it. It's a beautiful place. You want to be protective of it. I get it. A lot of people are moving here, and you got to figure out who's from Maine and who's from away. It's just the standards are a little ridiculous, I think. Frankly. I think buying a house should do it, frankly. I think if you're buying a house, you live here, you're committed. Sell the house. Fuck you. Get out of here. That's fine. But, no, like if you weren't born here, you're not a Mainer. People I talk to, they say if your parents weren't born here, you can't call yourself a Mainer. I've had people say if your grandparents weren't born here, you can't. It's basically if your ancestors didn't personally drive out the Wabanaki. Strange thing to be proud of. A proud non-Mainer right here. I try to tell people I'm from the Boston area. Really? Oh, thank God. Got some other assholes in the room with me. Right here. Where are you from?
Top Central, Massachusetts.
Top Central. Never fucking heard of it, but that's okay. That's all right. No, it's okay. It's a beautiful place, I'm sure. I'm mostly mad for my kids because they were 1 and 4, and they are now 6 and 9, and they don't know where they're from. You know? And they feel like Mainers, you know. I don't have the heart to tell them, right? They're gonna figure it out when they talk to people as they grow older. But you just gotta know like this is for the Mainers. You gotta know this. When they leave the state as grown-ups, whenever they're somewhere else, and people say, "Where are you from?" They're obviously going to say Maine. Okay. But when they're here, they're gonna have to be like, "I'm from away." Oh, okay. Oh, okay, cool. Where are you from then? I don't know. They never actually told me. It seems like a bummer. I don't know. I grew up in the Boston area, moved here after 10 years in Washington, D.C. Yeah. Because I was like, I don't know, I lack some credibility in Maine if I'm from Boston, but why don't we up the stakes a little bit and move here directly from the place they hate the very most? Why don't we... I swear I was one of the cool ones. Anyway. I moved here for a very simple reason. The drivers. I don't know if you Mainers know this, you're the best drivers in America. By far. Yes. At least for me at this stage of my life, because y'all average about 15 miles an hour, and that is just right for me. It used to be 20, but then you legalized cannabis, and so then it went down to 15, yeah. I'm an older 40s, I'm in my late 40s, I got these 2 kids. I gotta calm down on the roads, you know? I was raised in Boston, lived in D.C. forever. I turned into a demon on the roads, you know? That's why it doesn't happen to me in Maine. It's the only place I've ever been where that doesn't happen. Here's the moment, if there was one moment when I decided to get out of D.C., it was when I was driving. I was driving home. I get to a stop sign. I'm half a block from my house. I can see it, it's right there. But I can't take my left because there's a giant SUV blocking the opposite lane, going the other direction, waiting behind a whole block of traffic at a red light. So I do what any proud Boston driver would do in that situation. I lean on the fucking horn. Just, I know he can't move. But he's gonna have to listen to this because I have to sit here. So I'm proud. I have no shame. There's people, pigeons are flying away. People are giving me glares. His window starts to go down. I'm thinking, okay. He wants to apologize. I'll hear him out. I put my window down and he goes, "This is a funeral procession." I'm sitting here, I'm like, "You mean all these people are going to a funeral?" "Yes." I'm like, "Well, they're gonna be going to 2 funerals if you don't get your fucking car out of the road!" What kind of excuse is this? He's blaming it on a dead person that he can't drive. Like he's in some rush. Is the person not gonna be dead if he gets there 1 minute later? Like, unless the person was Jesus and he's more than 3 days late. The person will still be dead and he will have no problems. But, so I think we can all agree. I was right. Thank you. But then I started feeling a little guilty and I decided to move to Maine, and that's my main moving story. Yes. DC, I did some political stuff. I am a political type of person, and we have an election 1 month from today. Very exciting. You know, that means that 1 month from tomorrow, there will be roving bands of vigilantes just picking off people with the wrong yard signs, you know what I mean? That's why I got both yard signs in my house right now. Whichever team loses, that yard sign goes out on my front lawn the next morning. Because they ain't gonna kill me if I... All right. I don't know. So, all right. So I'll make my endorsement earlier in the show so that you guys can just judge me for the rest of the show. Please don't be too upset. I'm voting for the former president, but look, it's... I feel like he got screwed out of his re-election, and I support most of his policies, all right? So I'm voting for Jimmy Carter. I am. Thank you. Yes. I know he's in hospice. I know he just turned 100. I think he's gonna make it. I think he is. I think we can do 4 more years of Jimmy. This could be very seamless. We just have him and Biden switch dwellings, right? So the White House, he goes into hospice. Vote Carter. Who's with me? Nobody? Okay. He's not on the ballot. It's all right. Well, yeah. Gotta do that. This is probably a good time to tell you I smoke a lot of weed, so... what year is it, anyway? Are we still in the 70s? No, I historically have smoked a lot of weed, and it's kind of gotten in the way of my life. And so recently I decided to quit. Thanks. That's the quietest this room's gotten all night. Have you guys noticed? Holy shit, man. No support for that. No support for that statement. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's like the only thing you can say you're quitting to a group of people and get 0 support, isn't it? I told a group of people once that I was quitting chewing gum, and they were like, "Fuck yeah. Don't let Wrigley's run your life, man. That double bubble is triple trouble. Nobody chew gum around Matt, all right? Everybody stay cool." You good? I told that same guy last week I was quitting weed. He goes, "Traitor." I was like, "Come on, Dad, you shouldn't... That's not nice. You should be supportive of that shit." But I am quitting. I'm trying to quit. I just, I hit weed bottom, which is a little different than other bottoms. But it's bad, it's sneaky bad. Like over the summer, I watched the same baseball game 2 days in a row without noticing. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. Most people can't get through one baseball game. I watched the whole thing. I was like, that's the same guy that hit the big game-winning home run yesterday. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Then a voice comes on. You've been enjoying a rebroadcast of yesterday's game. I'm like, why didn't they say that at the beginning? My 9-year-old's watching it with me. She's like, they did. They had a ticker at the bottom throughout the game telling you it was a rebroadcast, Dad. I'm like, I should probably stop smoking quite so much weed. And then there's the paranoia. The paranoia, that's the real one. That's like memory, forget it. Because I forget that I forget things, right? So I don't remember that I forget things. So that's not a real issue, is it? Paranoia can be kind of real. So on this one occasion recently, I got super high, and then I took out my phone, and I just sort of, went on the internet, and I just looked at stuff, and then I get to this article that says that some dogs think they're people. So here's the basic premise of this article. So it's dogs that live in single dog households. This is a dog demographic now. Single dog households. They look around and all they see are people, so they conclude that they are a person, right? Logical. For a dog. How do humans know this? You know what I mean? Like, well, we polled 1,000 dogs, and 900 said woof, and we thought, aha! I don't know how they think they know anything. But whatever, they think that they're people. And so here's what happened in my brain, right? First, I feel superior, and then the paranoia kicks in. I'm like, stupid dogs think they're people. Wait a minute. I think I'm a person. I look around the house, and all I see are people. Jesus, I like eating meat off the bone. I like taking walks. I like sniffing crotch from time to time. Am I the dog? It's just spinning, and so I'm like, hey, you're not the dog, Matt. Everything's cool. It's fine. Just go out on the stoop. You just need some fresh air, all right? Just get some fresh air. So I got on the stoop. I love the stoop. The stoop is my place. I love it. It's my happy place. Sometimes, I used to wander down the driveway, but then I get these like shocks on my neck. That's not comfortable, so I just stay on the stoop. It's my safe place. And so I'm like catching my breath. I'm coming back. I'm like, you're not the dog. Everything's cool. And then I look down. I see the newspapers sitting on the stoop. And I'm like, I'll be a good guy. I'll bring in the newspaper. So I bring in the paper. My wife is all, you brought in the paper, good! And she tassels my hair, rips the paper out of my teeth. And I'm like, I think I need to stop smoking so much weed. Golly, jeepers. Oh, man. So I'm a dad. I'm a stay-at-home dad for my 2 kids. Thank you very much. That's the right response. Thank you. I don't always get that response from everybody, no, but I think it's a pretty cool thing. Not everybody thinks it's hip. Some people think it's a little too hip, A little too much. Like, switching roles here, Matt. Like my brother, he's a little different than me. He doesn't take this seriously. He won't call me a stay-at-home dad. Won't acknowledge that that's a thing. Won't use the phrase. Instead, he calls me a fucking pussy. And that's... It's fine. I've been a good dad, I think. I've been great. It was very, very hard until the school bus came that one time. It's been 2 years now where they've both been in school, and oh my God, very different job. I don't know if you guys have ever done the hardest job of your life for several years, and then one day, you get up at 7, and then at 8:15, a little orange bus comes to the end of your driveway and takes your bosses away. For like 7 hours. And when they come back, they have no questions. None. Nothing. They don't care at all what I did. I am like, why didn't we start with this? It's been a struggle. You know, I feel traumatized, but obviously it's worth it. It's great. They're beautiful. I love them. They're gorgeous. They are amazing. Everybody feel like I mean it? Like, because I do. Just keep it in mind. They don't know. They can't do anything, man. They can't. They don't know how to do anything. Like, they're getting old and they still can't do anything. This is like, what the? And people are offensive. They tell me my kids are smart. And I get it. They mean for their ages, but like, what cash value does that have for me today? No cash value. It just hurts to hear that because I'm doing everything. I mean, let me describe these people. They don't know anything. They can't do anything, and they can't remember anything. If I just described a person to you that way. If I was like, you should be my friend Jake. He doesn't know anything, he can't do anything, and he can't remember anything. Would you be like, Jake sounds smart. I want to talk to Jake about Gaza. No, but... Like, here's an example. It took both of my kids over a year just to learn how to walk. You gotta be kidding me. This is like pretty basic. Did you guys know that the moment a horse is born, it gets up and gallops the fuck away? It's gone. Moves out, gets work, starts sending checks back home. Finds a Budweiser carriage to pull. Or something, I'm not sure. But a human baby can't even survive without its parents until it is 32 years old. Mm-hmm. Still think I'm a fucking pussy? Do you think that? God, I do love them though. I mean, it's just, they're a lot of joy, you know? They're just a pain in the ass. So. I wasn't really doing anything important when they came around anyway, right? This is okay. It's just, the challenges start the instant they're born, right? I mean, for my wife, they started a few hours before they were born, but... Incredible thing women do.
Yes.
Yes. Incredible. I was there, I watched. I mean, yeah, right? Totally. It's pretty bad. Yeah. Oh my God. I came out of that experience feeling like, all right, I don't care what anybody else says, women can do fucking anything. Absolutely anything. Yeah. Except shut the fuck up sometimes. But that's, you know, just pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. Really impressive shit. Yeah. I think that hurt you. But no. The first challenge you get after the baby actually comes out is the naming. You got to name your baby, and the name is, of course, very high stakes, right? You got to get it right? And I lived in Washington, D.C. when we had our babies, and we lived and resided in a very particular kind of community in D.C. I called it the progressive, uptight white people's community. Okay, and in the PUWPC, there are rules. Okay, you can't give your baby a normal name. That's a rule, right? Can't name your daughter Sarah anymore. No, that's right. You got to give them something you've never tried, nobody's ever tried before, like Neptune. You know, something completely ridiculous, right? All the names are different now, and they're all ridiculous, right? And so we wanted to meet our baby before she was born, so that before we named her, before she was born. No, we didn't want to meet her before she was born. No, we didn't want to do that. You know, we wanted to meet her before naming her because we thought, oh, we'll get to know the baby. We want to know who she is. You know, she's got a name. We just need to figure out what it already is. You know, that doesn't work. That's bullshit. None of us have names. We were born with no name. Like, they have a name, and it just always turns out to be like an American name. Like, that's fucked up. When we was born in America, it's like, my wife and I have a little baby. It's like, oh, I think this is an Nduku. I really think this is an Nduku. It's screaming Nduku. I swear, I'm looking in her eyes. It's like, oh my God. No, they don't have names. People don't have names. We just give people labels so that we can, you know, tell each other we're fucking apart, right? We know who's talking to us. It's very convenient, really, having a name. But naming a baby sucks. And especially when you're the sober one, right? My wife's been on these fucking crazy drugs for hours and hours and hours. I haven't slept in 40 hours. These are the conditions under which we have to name our fucking child, right? And we know the rules. Got a crazy name. Got to be crazy. So my wife is just like, I got it! Water! I'm like, nurse, she needs water now. She needs water now. Get water. She's like, no, the baby name, water. Okay, well, it meets the criteria of dumb as shit, but I don't know if it's a good name. Oh, by the way, quick sidebar. You can't give your actual human baby a person name, but you must give your dog a people name in the same community. It's just switched for whatever. Like, I have a friend who's in this community. She's out in San Francisco. She had a boy, and she named him Solstice. And then she got a dog, and she named it Hank. And I'm like, that's the wrong way to do it. Anyway, so I'm trying to come up with how to say a no to water in a nice way. And I'm like, well, hey, it rhymes with daughter. We can't have a name that rhymes with daughter. We can't be like, this is our daughter, water. That wouldn't sound right. You know? What if she gets really into ceramics? She'll be our potter daughter, water. We can't. That's a weird. All right? A lot of artists have trouble making ends meet. What if she ends up living in vacant housing? She'll be our squatter potter daughter, water. It's getting cruel. What if we have two of these little kids and they're exactly the same, but this one is just a little bit better looking? She'll be our hotter squatter potter daughter, water. That's where I draw the line. We can't do that. We just can't. But another rule in the PWPC is you can't just say no. You have to have, like, conditions that you do anything on, right? So I have these two conditions. I'm like, all right, we can name our hotter squatter potter daughter water. If there's no last name, it's just water, and we spell it H2O, then I'm in. And she's like, no, that's stupid. So we went back and forth. We fought. We couldn't decide on anything else, so we named her Sarah. And and then we moved away because no one would hang out with us anymore. But anyway, gonna delve back into a little bit of politics here because I feel like you guys want it. Right? I'm gonna say something here. I'm gonna make a statement that might make some people uncomfortable. I'm pro-Semitic. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I had to make that word up. Yeah. I typed it into my phone and it got the little fucking squiggly red underline. And I'm like, you don't know what pro-Semitic means? Why don't you take out the pro and write anti-Semitic? It's like, oh, you hate Jews. Got it. Great. No underline there. We know what that word means. I'm like, oh. And it is. It's all, nobody's pro-Semitic. Like, nobody's out there being like, yes! Everybody's all like, oh, I'm not anti-Semitic. Well, then what the fuck are you, bitch? You're not anti. It's a very strange thing to say. So it's like the new I'm not racist, but I don't like the Jews. You know, like, we'll hold it now. I know. I'm going to try and make it a thing. I'm not saying I'm necessarily pro-Israel. I'm pro-Palestinian. I'm pro-Semite. I'm pro whatever the fuck other people are. And I'm just feeling like it's a phrase we need more. Thank you. Thank you very much. I have a theory of why it hasn't caught on, though. It sounds a little too much like a pharmaceutical. Mm-hmm. Is hate filling your heart? Ask your doctor if pro-Semitic is right for you. Fuck it, let's make the drug. Let's just make the drug. That's an answer. This is weird, though, being in D.C. during all these crazy political times, you know, because I was there for a lot of the Obama years. I was there for 3 of the Trump administration years, and plan on moving back down there for the Carter administration. I hope to work in the Carter administration. I hope to be the chief of staff, but it was particularly weird being in Washington, like a super, pro-government town, of course, right? Some people call it the deep state. I call it the government. I think it's to each their own. But they are quite defensive of themselves, right? So you live in D.C., you can tell. Like that whole first year of the Trump administration, the Washington Post headline, I swear to God, it was the exact same headline every day for a year. Above the fold, all bold, All 17 U.S. intelligence agencies agree, Russia is hacking our elections. There are 17 U.S. intelligence agencies, guys? It's a lot of intelligence for a pretty stupid country. Can we not? Can we do that with a few less than 17? I lived there for 10 years. I can't name more than a handful, right? I mean, they're it's like what we got: the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, the CSI, CSI Miami, NCIS, SVU, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, Enterprise. What did I get to 10? That's not. That's not enough. It's not enough. So I'm spooked. I think both sides have rightness and wrongness. I don't know. But being in D.C. is a weird place to be. Because one of my favorite things to do, just on like weekday afternoons, go down and check out the protest of the day. Every day of the year is somebody's big day. Like, huge protest, 500,000 people bust in from across the country to protest some huge thing. And then 5 or 10 people show up to protest them. I love this. I love this. They're called counter-protesters, right? As opposed to protest counters. Those are the people who estimate the crowd sizes at the protests. Counter-protesters protest the protesters, and I used to get on my bike and pedal downtown and protest them. I was the only counter-protester. Right? There was no counter-protest counter because I was the only counter. There would have been no need for a counter-protest counter, see? And they were there for every single one. I saw all kinds of things, but the one that really stuck with me was at the March for Our Lives. This was the one where the high school kids came from all over the country to protest against gun violence. 500,000 of them. And there were 5 or 10 counter-protesters, and I found them. Found you. Found you fuckers. Let's be clear here, they were not pro-gun folks. They stayed home. These were pro-life protesters, anti-abortion protesters who showed up at the March for Our Lives and were screaming things at the kids. And I'm super confused. I'm like, these are kids. They've done everything a pro-lifer wants a kid to do. They got born, and now you're yelling at them on the street. Like a what? Pro-life people yelling at the March for Our Lives. I'm thinking, is this a copyright infringement issue? Why the fuck are they here? And so I go up. And I asked one of them, I said, what is the connection? Why are you guys here doing this today? And he said, because, man, abortion kills more people in this country every year than gun violence does. I'm like, almost. He's like, no, abortion kills more people. I'm like, no, abortion kills more almost people. He shot me. A very dirty look. That's all. But that one was memorable for me. People will protest pretty much anything. But I think probably the most memorable experience I had during the Trump years in D.C. raising little kids. Yeah, raising little kids during these for me, which as a Carter guy, you know. Tough years. So here's the one that really sticks with me. My older kid is she's 3 years old at this point, and I'm putting her down, like for the night. And she asks the sweetest question she'd never asked before. She goes, "Daddy, are monsters real?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, they are. Good night." I'll see you in 9 hours. She's like, wait. There aren't any monsters nearby, right? I'm like, baby, we live in D.C. We're surrounded by monsters right now. It's fine. Just get some sleep. And she says to me, but you're my daddy, and you're gonna kill the biggest, meanest monster in town. And I'm like, shh, it's a federal crime to even say that. Don't say that. Go to sleep. And she's all, what's a crime? And I'm like, well, people can't agree on that anymore, baby. You know, it used to be so clear. And she's like, why? What are you talking about? So I've been reading her Supreme Court decisions at night ever since then, and that's... She hasn't slept since 2018. It's true, I'm sorry. It's all right. But I don't. You might be able to tell, I'm not a huge Trump guy. I don't know. But if I had to distill it down to one reason why I can't trust Donald Trump, it is his hair. His hair is a symbolism for all of it. A symbolism, I think is what I said. Yeah. We're gonna stick with that phrasing. Here's the thing. His hair hasn't changed. It hasn't changed, right? It's a well-documented fact that the harder you work as president, the worse your hair gets. Obviously wasn't working very hard. I have some examples. Look at Barack Obama. Look at Barack Obama. When he took office, he looked like Kevin Hart. And when he left, he looked like Morgan Freeman. That guy, every day, just, what can I do to help the American people? George W. Bush looked like a Keebler elf, right? When he took George W. Bush. And when he left, he looked like an older Keebler elf. Didn't it? Now, let me just be clear. These are just two recent examples. These aren't like the people I think are the best or hardest working. Obviously, the hardest working president ever, if we're just measuring by how much worse the hair got, that's John F. Kennedy. But... especially at the end, boy. I mean, wow. Really working hard right there, wasn't he? Oh my God, just right to the last instant. He was just, God damn, that guy's working so fucking hard. So, I don't know. I know. Are we okay? Are we all right? We're gonna be all right? You can't deny it. I mean, it's a fact. And it's an unbreakable record, because when that guy, he was so beautiful, John F. Kennedy, when he took office, he had the best hair in presidential history. And when he left, he had the worst hair in presidential history. And he didn't even serve a single full term. That is an unbreakable record. So it's not fair to compare modern presidents to, you know. So, all right. Just teasing. All right. I gotta tell you a little bit more about parenting, and then I gotta go. Because you gotta go see those fucking kids. I'm sorry, I meant those wonderful, beautiful, lovely. I do adore them. One of the things that's hard about being a parent today, being an older dad, right? 48. My kids are 6 and 9. Yeah. Shocking, isn't it? Yes, I look so good. My trick? Never been president. So, yeah, it's just hard because the culture is speeding away from me, and I can't keep up, especially since I don't leave the house other than to, like, do stand-up comedy. Then I go back and I'm in the incubator with the kids that, as I think I've established, don't know shit. So I'm not going to get it from them, you know? So I get it from, like, the occasional awkward interaction with another person outside the sphere of safety, right? Like my little cousin Stevie gave me shit the other day for using the word cockpit. I'm like, what? He's like, Uncle Matt, you used the C word. I'm like, I didn't say cunt. He's like, ah, man! Oh, no! He curled up into the fetal position in the corner. He's 27. Anyway. I'm like, why? What's the matter with it? He's like, because it's gendered. We say flight deck now. That other one is gone. It's gendered. I'm like, all right, I can say flight deck. That's cool. I don't care. Does seem unfair to women, though. That we would have it gendered toward men for a century and then go straight to neutral. We should call it the pussy hole for a while. Hell yeah. As a gesture, as like a give back, right? We see you. We acknowledge you. What's the one everybody says? Oh, we appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. We're gonna call it the pussy hole. We don't have to have a century, but 20 or 30 years of, this is your captain in the pussy hole. Y'all seeing this sunset? Pink skies in every direction. Wow. So beautiful. Wow, this is my happy place. Happy. A couple quick announcements while we're in flight. Please don't congregate near the pussy hole. That is forbidden. Just one at a time. If you must be in a group, please use the rear. And additionally, the co-pilot Donna will be leading tours of the pussy hole after the flight, so if anybody's interested in learning more about the miracle, she knows what all the buttons and knobs do. Boy, she's a pro. I got 25,000 flying hours under my belt, but I'll tell you, sometimes it's still a mystery to me. Over and out. So, I think that's got a future. Thank you. And this final story, this is a very touching one. This is a true anecdote from my parenting experience that I was the only grown-up in the room for. And it's one of those moments, then you hear this happen, you think, thank God there was a comedian here to witness this. This because how many moments are just lost? But I was there and I watched it happen. This is when the older one was 4 and the little guy is 1. We had just moved to Maine, okay? And the older one is eating apple slices. And unprompted, she turns to the younger guy, Leo, and says this, Leonardo, would you care for some fucking apples? How gorgeous is this? This is my daughter. I'm so proud. There was one little problem, but the rest of it was so good. Right? And I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I tell her she shouldn't talk that way? Because, like, that could be confusing, right? There were lots of great things. Like, okay, first of all, sharing is fucking caring. So there's that. Number 2, Leonardo, not Leo. She went with the full formal Leonardo. And then, of course, would you care for? Holy shit, that's Downton Abbey level English right there. That is like, I don't know where she learned that. I got a pretty good idea where she learned fucking, but would you care for? No idea where that came from. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna, if I step on it, she'll drop all the beautiful things too out of confusion. So I'm just gonna, you know what? Forget it. Just awesome, yeah. And Leo was just thrilled. He was 1, he couldn't talk yet, but his face was just screaming, yeah, I want some fucking apples. Come on. So she takes an apple slice out of the bowl and licks it on all sides. Yeah. And she's about to pass it to Leo, and that's when I stepped in. I was like, ho, you can't give him that one. It's got your germs on it. And she turns to me and she goes, Daddy, when did you turn into such a fucking pussy? And I'm like, oh my God, give me those apples. I prefer the term stay-at-home dad. I stared at her and I said, I don't even know who you are. We were talking like this. Where are you from? And she goes, I'm from away. I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Matt Dundas, everyone!